All praise and great glory to the mighty Most High alone, the existing one and only one of our fathers. Shalom, Israel. This is Brother Deshaun coming at you one more again with another lesson. And I'm going to try to make this lesson in a very calm manner, even though I am absolutely furious. Lucky Ben Hebrew had tried to warn me a couple times about this slander against Brother Deshaun, and supposedly per breaking free from narcissism, I was over in the Middle East smashing babies' heads and killing babies. Israel, this is a war. And this war will be until time is done. You know, I sometimes can come off, I guess, in a certain way that might piss people off. You know, after this, I am done with all of this, because the clownery and the buffoonery is just what it is. I am a son of the Most High God. And although I make mistakes, I steadfast in doing my best to help my people to come out of this captivity as much as possible. And the closer you get to the Most High, the more the devil ramps up his shit. You know, I was accused of going over to the Middle East and stomping babies' heads and all this other stuff, and you know, now I'm a pedophile, and oh my God, it's amazing. But you know what's more amazing is the strength of the mighty Most High and his love for his true remnant. No matter what we go through, or no matter how close we get to the Most High, you know, the closer we get to him, as I said, you know, and it's not people per se, it's principalities in higher places. In 2004, I was up for re-enlistment, and I moved from California to 3-1. 3-1 was the unit that was bombed in Lebanon back in the very early 80s. And we were, well, when I was re-enlisting, I was tasked as a staff sergeant in that unit, the line company. And you know, Operation Phantom Fury started. You know, we cut the cake on November 10th, and the next day we went through holy hell. Now, mind you, this is all before I realized who I was. I wasn't awakened to being Israel until 10 years later. Anyway, it just boggles my mind how, there are those that think that they can speak on any type of experience, that they can speak on, or that they can teach us anything when they don't know what they're talking about. I lost 6 good boys over there. Three of them I watched die. One was the youngest Marine in my unit that cut the cake with the oldest Marine in my unit. This boy, as he was dying, was crying. I was supposed to kick in that door, but he volunteered to do it, because he wanted to continue to prove himself. He was a 17-year-old kid, Parham. And he kicked in the door, and they lit him up. And my medic or anyone else didn't even have enough gauze to plug up all his wounds. They shot him everywhere except for in his face. And as this child, this 17-year-old boy, was dying, he looked at me and he said, "Staff Sergeant, I fucked up." And I kept telling him to shut up. You're gonna be okay. Conserve your strength. He said over and over, "I'm gonna die over here a virgin." And he did. This nation can build military people, military warriors, but it does not know how to de-escalate the horrors of war. There are at least 25 black, white, Mexican, Asian young men that do the most selfish thing that anyone could ever do. And scripture states that you commit suicide, you go to hell. Facts. Sean Gong, or Breaking Free from Narcissism. I have carried 6 young boys, one that looked like hamburger. We had to scoop him up and put him in that bag and carry him off to Graves registration. Do you know what that feels like? Do you know what it feels like when a young American boy that you're carrying defecates for the last time in that bag and you can feel it? This shit ain't about no sympathy. It's about how fucked up this world is. And how it's getting worse because the Most High is speeding up the time. I told you months before you come out here that I suffer from heat casualties. It is fucking hot out here. You ask your new allies, Rakima, Emmanuel. It's not laziness. I didn't want to come out here because I know how hot the desert is. But I came because the Most High said, flee from the midst of her. Make a highway in the desert. There's a lot of people out there that don't understand me, and a lot of times I don't understand myself. I don't hate women. I give my sisters prayer hands and purple hearts or red hearts or whatever, and sometimes blue hearts, because I am trying to make it right with them also. I was a hoe when I was in the service. Before and after I met my ex-wife. And I've always desired older women. My ex-wife was even older than me. And she gave me a son that does not know the Most High. A bastard child, according to the Most High, that will not see the congregation even until the 10th generation. Now you and your little butt buddy, White Raptor News, don't know what the fuck you talking about anything. And you're going off of conjecture and testimony from those that still are upset. And they have a right to be. We all have a right to our pain. But Brother Deshaun is far from lazy. Brother Deshaun is a warrior of the Most High. I finally found where I belong. 2014, I was awakened to who I am. You see, the children of Israel might stumble, but they get up and dust themselves off. Where do you think the United States military got a lot of their mannerisms and whatnot? They got them from the children of Israel. You have no idea the blood and sweat and tears that a man like me has put in for this nation, this ungrateful nation. I mean, during the Vietnam War, most of the Hebrew men came back to the ghetto strung out. Facts. They can teach you how to go to war and how to fight and endure through all types of horrors. But it has been a long journey since I have been back. I couldn't even pick up that which I called my son for weeks because I felt tainted. When the call come down for fire on a building that was full of Shiite Muslims that were killing my friends, my handheld radio, the cord had gotten busted. It had gotten severed because I was kicking in a wall or a door, and I ended up hitting the wall and destroying my radio. For 14 years, I thought that I was the one that called for fire on that building where we were taking fire and killed 32 children. Also, 10 insurgents. There was an investigation over it. They used those children as shields. And it was not my call. the A-10 with the 500-pound bomb was already en route. But for a long time, I felt responsible for that. I couldn't even pick up my boy. You see, I have a child also. I'm no baby killer, and I'm no fucking child molester. I have women in my family that were betrayed by the man that was supposed to fucking protect them. See, when we speak on shit that we don't know nothing about, we unbalance our scales. This man here, this Edomite man, I know exactly how he feels. This world is fucking upside down and twisted, and it's getting more and more evil.
Nowadays, I am so upset that the things we did and the things we fought for and the boys that died for it, it's all gone down the drain. Our country's gone to hell in a handbasket.
And it's supposed to.
We haven't got the country we had when I was raised. Not at all. Nobody will have the fun I had. Nobody will have the opportunity I had. This is not the same. That's not what our boys, that's not what they died for. It's just not it. No, I'm so sorry.
The only life that Brother Deshaun tried to take was my own. Oh yeah, we fought to survive. I had no idea about the commandments stating thou shalt not kill. Moses killed a fucking man, and the Most High used him for his glory. And you want to talk about my phony dreams? Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him. That dream came true. Joseph stayed fast in the Most High. He did not sleep with Potiphar's wife. He told her, how can I do that and sin against God? In the face of adversity, my ancestors, once upon a time, were in their power and they thrived. The Most High was so pleased with Joseph that when the children of Israel left out of Egypt by night, they exhumed his body and carried him with them. Facts. Another dream. Numbers 12, 6 through 8. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Most High, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. 1 Kings 3 and 5. At Gibeon, the Most High appeared to Solomon during the night in a dream. And the Most High said, ask for whatever you want me to give you. Joel 2:28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. All praise to the mighty Most High. He is returning for his people. And we are already having dreams and prophesying. You know, you made this little rebuttal. Everybody thought it was funny and everybody thought it was cute. And right after I had down the screen and it went back to YouTube, this is what showed up. This shit was on YouTube. I'm not no fucking child molester, you retard. And as far as you slapping the shit out of my pot belly, bring your ass back down here. I don't care how hot it gets, and it gets fucking hot out here. You even said so. You and White Raptor News have an agenda. You want to try to pull some kind of rank that you think you got on the children of Israel. And you don't. And you won't. Nobody care if you continue to love the Most High and cherish him. Everyone is supposed to, or they fucking burn. But the thing about it is, you don't talk to the children of Israel any way you want to, just like your fathers. Your fathers that whipped us and spit on us. And in order for a man to work in the master's house, he had to lose his fucking man parts. If I have to pay for the sins of my fathers, so will you, two turds. But the Most High gave y'all outs. He gave the Gentile a way out. Isaiah 49:6. He says, it is too small a thing for you to be my servant. He's talking about us. To restore the tribes of Jacob and bring back those of Israel I have kept. I will also make you a light for the Gentile, that my salvation may reach to the ends of the earth. Isaiah 42:6. I am the Most High. I have called you in righteousness. I will take you by the hand and keep you. I will give you as a covenant for the people, a light for the nations. Where's the pride in that, bitch? Where's the pride in that? You got to go through us. You are falling into a trap, you two arrogant ass Edomites. And oh, Gravy Train, talking all that smack. One of my kids that I lost over there told me something that stuck with me, and it will stick with me for the rest of my life. I told him, you doing these damn push-ups out of love. And he said, to love me is to know me. I love my brothers that were out here. There's not a day that goes by that I don't regret putting them off this land. But I stated my reasons, and I stand by them. And I also say this. We are to keep our word. When we come out to the desert, the Most High puts that mirror in front of us. And that mirror is uncomfortable as hell a lot of times. Gravy Train, you can kiss my ass because you don't know what the fuck you talking about. The devil in you is telling you that I'm some kind of fucking monster or something. I expose myself on this channel to the people to remind them that I too fall under the curses. That I too have a lot of shit to work on. I too have a lot that I am fearful to the Most High about. But one thing I am is strong in Him. I am a child of Israel, a descendant of Abraham, a descendant of Isaac, and a descendant of Jacob. Point me out to anyone that is fucking perfect in these curses. Put it in the comments, one man that is absolutely perfect. And as far as my teacher, Windwalker was my friend. After all of this, he abandoned me. I was trying to get him to see that there's only one creator. Most High didn't come in no fucking flesh. He's too big. And he exists. He is one and alone. And he does have favorites. You talk about I don't have any whatever the fuck you said. Surah al-Hajr 15:26. Surely we brought man into being out of dry, raining clay, which was wroth from black mud. This is coming from the fucking Quran. Everybody over there in the Middle East, so-called Middle East, knows who we are. Hell, eight nations over there were supposed Muslims that helped Edom to sack Jerusalem in 70 AD. And here you are. Freaking Yakia running around raising hell and discontent because I told you don't come out here because I was having issues with my brothers that were out here. And I pled with them. I'm not trying to rule my people with rigor. Our covenant with the Most High is a contract. We had a verbal contract out here that I was going to lead these people in the name of the glorious one but they rebelled, and I lost my patience. Scripture says, remove evil from your midst. Yakia, how is it that you were able to talk to them after your phone was broke, but you couldn't even call me? You couldn't even talk to me before you came out here. Why? Because you were running your ass up out of Chicago. Brother Emmanuel dumped a lot of money in to get you out here. And you still chose not to come until it got too damn hot for you. You came out here against my wishes because I didn't want you out here because they showed me your fucking mug shots. How many times you've been in jail for extortion and all this other stuff. You know, everybody was like, I don't know if we want her to come now. But all of a sudden, when I fall out with everybody out here on this land, then, you know, they want you to come out here. It's just bullshit and games that I was not willing to play. I'm too old and too tired. And then you come out here talking shit, and your cat that you brought with you shits all over the top bunk in this camper trailer. Y'all talk about parting with love. $850 it cost me to fix this thing. And I'm still fixing things. And as far as me being lazy, breaking free from narcissism, I have physical ailments that continue to plague me. I am a fucking heat casualty. I came out of here knowing that if it gets over 80 something degrees, my ass is going to lay the fuck down. I studied with these men that were out here every fucking morning until we fell out. Because a family that prays together stays together. A family that studies together stays together. And then you want to talk about how you're going to slap me in my pot belly? Sean, I welcome you to come on out here. And we will film me beating your motherfucking ass all over this desert. Facts. You can't fuck with me. And I don't want to put my hands on nobody else ever again. It's part of my repentance. And part of my sexual misdeeds with women is why I continue to go alone. I have made a promise to the Most High that I will deny myself of that which I continue to desire. I'm a fucking man. And if that's weird and strange to some people, that's okay. I want as less of that fire as possible. I suffer from combat-related PTSD. And also, I struggle every day with treating myself right. Because this body of mine is a holy temple that the Most High blessed me with. Both eyes, both arms, both legs, all of my digits on my hands and my feet. You know, the children of Israel are always looked upon as strange. I do not hate my sisters. I do not hate any woman. In fact, there's one that I talk to on the phone regularly. Rap the News' wife checks in on me, and I check in on them. This world does not want the love of the Most High, because every one of us has to look at ourselves and understand the things that we need to change about us individually. We don't want to follow the order of the Most High. That's what got us in this hellacious captivity. And you got those that think that they can bypass coming to our light and go straight to the Most High, when he said we are a light to the Gentile. We are a light to the nations. But oh, that's arrogant. That's prideful. The Most High has spoken it. The children of Israel are family, regardless of how they feel about each other. It's like having an extended family. They can fight amongst each other, even though we're not supposed to. But ain't nobody else gonna talk shit or do whatever they feel they want to do to us. Talking about hide your children from Deshaun. There's no fucking way. I have nieces, and I have a boy that I love very much. Every woman in my mother's immediate family has been betrayed sexually as children by the man that was supposed to protect them. There is no fucking way that that any kids need to be hid from me. Those that know me and love me know that as facts. We pay, and we will pay, for everything that comes out of our fucking mouths, every thought that we have. The truth struck a nerve with you in White Raptor News. You want to talk about hating women? Motherfucker, your wife drugged you through the fucking mud. You cried to me almost every night when you had to turn in your daughters back to their mother. I sat there and listened to you and offered you comfort. You candy ass fucking Peter Pan. Bring your ass down here and come get some of this shit. You can't fuck with me, boy. You post this bullshit all over wherever the fuck you want. The Most High knows the truth. And I know who I belong to. And I know what bloodline I come from. I come from fucking Judah. I love my people. And I love my sisters. But the balance and the order will not be ignored. And yes, Yakia, you were blessed, as I told you before. that the Most High did not close your womb for what you did. Facts. So go on. The world can go ahead and hate me as much as it wants, but this truth will not stop. The Son of the Most High, which is me, will not fucking stop. One of the sons. I don't claim to be chicken and rice, and I don't claim to be perfect. But what I do know is I don't want to be melted down to nothing. I have, for the past 3 years, poured out my heart to my people, loved my people, but I don't put up with the bullshit. And that is one of my problems. Patience and tolerance. Because if we want that from the Most High, we got to be willing to give it to others. And I do. You know, when someone gives me a gift, whether it's in the form of money or food, I don't go and blast it to the world. And when I give a homeless person some money, it's not up to me if they go blow it on crack or alcohol. It's the thought that counts. Every fucking one of us will be judged for what we think and what we say. And to the other nations, what you say and what you do to the children of Israel matters. Facts. Y'all wouldn't call him Rap the News a fucking liar when he brought that scripture. Israel is my son, even my firstborn. To the haters and to the lovers of this channel and of me, if you are Israel, you are my family, regardless of how you feel. And I am yours. Israel, and to the stranger that is amongst us. If nobody told you that they loved you today, Brother Deshaun would like to say that I love each and every one of you. Even to those that think that they can mar and slander my name and drag me through the mud, guess what? I ain't stopping. This truth ain't stopping, because I want mercy and forgiveness. And I want my scales to be balanced on that day before the mighty, mighty, mighty Most High. Shout out to Sister Felicia. Shout out to Rap's wife. Shout out to his son, his daughters. Shout out to Brother Red Skies. And Lesnar, Brother Lesnar, I continue to pray for you, all of you. Much love. Shalom.